Hi everybody, Master T here, checking in salute, and this is the YouTube channel called Awaken Within, and we are going to jump right in it, and welcome to my channel, and also episode 39. Now we've been on a roll, and I had planned, and I had promised you some really good videos coming up, so I'm excited about some really cool stuff coming up. A lot of stuff on alternative medicines. I'm going to hook you up with a lot of people that are very, very skilled in these practices and healing and alternative medicine, holistic practices, all that good stuff. That's all coming, and then some as well. But this episode is kind of simple, and it's about me. And really, it's about using my story to maybe identify with some of your thoughts about your life, maybe in the past or even now. You know, obviously, I've been teaching and training in the martial arts for over 50 years, right? I had one of the biggest schools ever. I've had several schools. I was very, very popular in my day. I was well known to be kind of a showboat. I loved to put on demonstrations, and I loved fight scenes and all of that stuff. You got to remember, when I first got on the scene, martial arts really wasn't that big of a deal until all of a sudden in the 70s it exploded with Bruce Lee movies and Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jackie Chan and the Green Hornet. And of course, my favorite, the Kung Fu series with David Carradine. I mean, this is it, boy. This is all about me. I was in my glory, and people thought I was a big deal. I'm sure my ego was alive and well in those days. And again, people thought I was a superstar. People thought I was a Superman, breaking bricks with my hand, maybe 6-8 inches with my knuckles flying through the air, breaking bricks and wood, and breaking bricks on my stomach with a sledgehammer, all of that. To this day, people call me a local legend, right? And a local celebrity. And it's flattering for sure. To this day, I'm 69 and people still call me that, which is kind of cool. But I can also look at it like, I became also a big fish in a small pond, And what that means is that, well, my goal was really to be an actor. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to go to Hollywood. I wanted to get out of Barrington. I wanted to be somebody. And so many people were saying that, hey man, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, charisma or whatever, you have that. You got that thing. I don't know what it is, but people are attracted to you and they think you're cool. And, the way you do your thing out there on the floor and hitting the bag and fighting and all that, I mean, you just have that thing. And they say the same thing about my son to this day, to be honest with you. So I'm not too sure what it is. But, that was my little secret in my head. I said, well, maybe I'll be an actor. I'd like to be an actor. I think I could do this, And, as I continued to teach, I continued to get more popular. And my school was growing and things were going well, but I always had that feeling of uneasy, like something's still not right. I'm never really happy with myself. I don't know what it is, no matter what. And, the big part of this video is about, things happen for a reason. God in his universe has other plans for you sometimes. And sometimes the worst things that ever happen to you become the best things that ever happen to you. And that's what really this video is all about. It's like, I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to be an actor. I knew I could do it, right? I need to get out of here though, right? But I got stuck. And I got stuck in a rut where I became the big deal around here. And I got comfortable with that, I guess, number one. Number two, I still had that feeling of something missing with me. So, obviously my party took a whole nother level and started to drink a lot more. And, I just got myself stuck where I just didn't think about it much anymore. And I continued to train and I continued to work out and did all of that stuff. But, my goal and my dream started to slip. I got married early in my life and became a father. early in my life, and I tried to be as responsible as I possibly could, and not all the time I did that well. I will tell you like that right there on front. But I did the best I could with what I had and where I was in those days. Just where it was. I was really a messed up guy at that time. On the inside, on the outside, I was a superstar, right? I was a legend, local legend, right? And I hung around here, and I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but I thought maybe someday it would still happen. As the years continued to go by, they went by. And I continued to get popular, and I continued to do well in the business, but, that dream started to fade, and I started to just, kind of give up on the whole thing, And for many years after that, I couldn't forgive myself that I let up on my dream. And I even used, me getting married and being a father early. You can't even use that as an excuse in my early days that, I had responsibility and stuff like that. And, I'm gonna, again, a lot of these videos, I already told you when I started, these videos are gonna be sometimes raw and definitely real. And, I'd be bullshitting you and myself like I did many years to say that, I had to be responsible. I was a new father. I was young. I was only 19, 20 years old. But, that could have been done if I really, really believed in myself, and I didn't drink. But I stuck around, and I waited and waited, and finally it faded, right? I look back now. I really look back at that a while back, and it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Where my head was at that time, where my emotions was, where my maturity was. I would have been a statistic if I did make it to Hollywood, right? Let's say we all moved, my wife at the time, my son, we all went to Hollywood. It wouldn't have mattered. Or I went by myself. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have been a statistic. What do I mean? A statistic like, John Belushi and the rest of the celebrities that are no longer with us. I don't think I'm going to be able to handle it. Would I have done well? I think I would have. I think I had what it took to be an actor. I had whatever people saying I had, the charisma or whatever. I had the skills, that's for sure. I would have needed a manager, and I would have need some things, but the fame, I think I wouldn't be able to handle it. I would have drank more. I probably would have gone into drugs. They probably would have found me in some seedy, damn apartment, and I would have been a statistic like so many people before me, and of course, and now it still goes on, right? Just couldn't handle it. I just couldn't handle my emotional state, right? So again, some of the worst things that can happen to you could end up being the best thing that's ever happened to you, right? So God had other plans. He knew that if I go there, I'm not coming back. I'm not going to make it. So I continue to be here and be the local legend, if you want to call it that, the local celebrity. And I still enjoyed the lessons. I still enjoyed the ride. I still enjoyed my teaching. I still enjoyed my students and relationships. But lesson learned. I think about it still to this day. I'm going, man, I probably could have been, but I probably wouldn't be here today. So think about that when it comes to your own life as well. Some things happen for a reason, and some things don't happen for a reason. Have a fabulous day. Stay blessed.